What up, my peeps? It's your Knuckle Big Rucker back at you again with another video, action figure review style. And what we have here is the Black Series, Star Wars Black Series Wave 1 for 2022. And this is colloquially referred to as the Client Wave. And what you see before you is there are 5 figures, and they're made up of the Disney Plus shows, which are The Mandalorian and The Bad Batch. So this is a very, very good wave. We get to finish off our Bad Batch team. We get a heavily requested, sought after figure for the Mandalorian. We have another Mandalorian, and of course we have the character for which this wave has been named, the Client. So what we're going to do, I'm not going to go through all 5 of them in this review, considering how long-winded I am. It would take forever. So what I'll do is I'll break them up into their respective shows. So we will do the figures that are associated with the Mandalorian, which are the 3 middle figures that you see there on your screen, and the 2 Bad Batch figures. We'll do those together. So since I played the role with this intro, we're going to go with the Bad Batch and do the we're going to do the 2 figures that are associated with that. That being these 2 here from the Bad Batch. As I stated, we've got Omega, as she appeared on planet Kamino. That's the planet where they manufacture the clones. And we also have Echo, who we finally have Echo at long last. We now have the complete squad of the Bad Batch together. So yeah, that's what we have here. So we will start off with Omega. I'll take Echo and put him to the side, and let us take a closer look at Omega there. As you can see, it's in the Black Series packaging, as all of them are. You can clearly see Omega and her accessories within. You've got Star Wars The Bad Batch in that banner, which I still have a difficult time trying to figure out exactly what shade of red this is, but it is what it is. You get the Omega with Kamino in parenthesis down below that. The side, we get some nice artwork of Omega along with her pet, and then on the back we get more of that artwork, and you've got a readout which is: born and confined to the cloning facility on Kamino, young Omega serves as assistant to Chief Medical Scientist Nala Say. Offered an opportunity to escape, Omega joins the Bad Batch on their adventures. And you see that Omega is number 10 in the line, in the series of the Bad Batch franchise. Then of course you've got the legalese, and nothing there on the other side. You have nothing but windows, more legalese at the bottom. So we will now get Omega and her accessories out of the packaging. I am Boba Fett, renowned as the most notorious bounty hunter in the galaxy. My services have been procured by the Ruckus. He claims you people watch his videos, but you do not like, and most importantly, you do not subscribe. I am here to change that narrative. Will honor the Ruckus by liking, by sharing, and most importantly, by subscribing, or else you will discover how I gained my reputation. peeping Omega's accessories, we have her pet. I don't know what designation this creature is, but it's her pet. I don't even know if the pet has an actual name, both species and, like I said, the designation and a pet name. But you can see that molded in green, and it's got a blue carapace, it looks like to me, and the eyes painted nice and green. The pupils with the it's yellow and like green black irises, and whatever that's supposed to be atop its head is in a brown. Pretty interesting character. No articulation. It's essentially a statue, but hey, it's an accessory, and it goes with Omega. Next, we have this breather for Omega, and I'm assuming that it should be able to fit over the lower portion of her face, and we will check that out when we investigate the figure. Makes kind of sense considering that Kamino is a completely water planet, and for the surface, and yeah, so this comes with Omega as well. Finally, Omega comes with her bow and arrow, energy bow and arrow, and you can see it's got some nice coloring to it. It's the handles are molded in a brown, whereas I guess the entire thing is, and you see it's got the gold highlights, and what serves as the string for the bow, as well as the arrow itself. They are both like energy, and they're molded in a transparent, translucent pink. So definitely a nice accessory, and Omega has learned how to use this with great practice. So yeah, she's quick to pull it out. It's unfortunate that this can't be compressed down for to carry, you know. So it's not always like this. It's only like this when she's ready to use it, when she wants to aim in on someone. But still a great accessory. And here we have Omega on our rotating platter, giving you a 360-degree view of the figure so we can see what is the what. And talking about our first glances, and at first glance, what we have here is a baby figure. Yes, indeed. But no, it looks like Omega from the show, in that uniform as the assistant to the scientist Kaminoan, or however you pronounce the species, and she's got the cute face. I believe they're using the photo reel on that as well, but we will investigate that when we get her off the platter, which we're going to do now. And here we have Omega up close and personal for our reviewing pleasure. And like I said before, it's about right. Photo reel tech is definitely used on the head sculpt that looks like the Omega that I know, and she has some very nice paint decos for her headband and jewel up top, as well as with the eyes. It's kind of she does have that shiny plasticky look that Black Series is notorious for. I don't know where that's coming from, but in terms of, when I say coming from, you know, the think tank, why they are going this route, but it is what it is. Let's zoom in on Omega's head. So as you can see, that plastic shiny, that sheen that I'm talking about, you see it's just it really is putting a shine on the face of Omega. But trying to look past that, looking at her eyes, she looks very nice. She's got very nice blue eyes. The headband painted in silver, and the jewel itself in a blue pattern in the center of it. She's got nicely painted lips. Her hair is that blonde, I guess it is, whatever color you want to call that. It's a shade of blonde. She's got the short haircut. There's no wash, but it is sculpted nicely. As far as the rest of her, you see her uniform. It's you've got the white highlights and the blue. The blue is basically molded in the blue, and like the shoulders, they've got that red paint going, as well as her sleeves, the ends of her sleeves. You see the black belt, and then going further down, she's got the kind of brownish pants, nice wrinkles there at the knees, and of course the black boots, and basically the same on the back there. And yeah, that's about the size of it with our girl Omega. Taking a look at Omega's articulation, her head is on a dumbbell joint, so she can only look up about that much. She can look down that much, which is better than the looking up. She does get the side-to-side action for some attitude. You know how little teenage girls can be, even though she's not a teenager yet, but you know what I'm trying to say. And of course, she can 360 it. As far as the shoulders, she can get it out to 90. It'll swivel. You've got single jointed elbows that swivel at the elbow. And of course, you've got the wrist articulation. It'll swivel, and it's on that hinge. The right hand or wrist has the vertical hinge, so she can be better posed with her weapon, which is cool. Diaphragm, she can go back that far, she can lean forward that far, and she's got the side to side, and of course she can rotate. As far as her hips, she can go out that far with the hips, she can go out that far, impeded some because of her skirt piece. She does have the rotation at the thigh. She has single jointed knee, which also has that swivel action. She has a swivel at her boot, the top of her boot, and she can point her toe that far forward, not too far up. She does have articulation and holes, peg holes at the bottom of her feet. Taking a measurement for Omega, she's a shorty, of course, and that is reflected by her being 4 and just under 4.5 inches tall, which translates metrically to, we're talking about just under 10.5 centimeters. Here's Omega with her breathing apparatus on. I'm surprised that it actually sticks. There's nothing really to hold it up other than it being tight enough to squeeze onto her jawline and just stay there. Here's a look at her from the side so you can get the picture of what I'm saying. Still looks kind of big for her face, but it fits. So here we have Omega with her energy bow and arrow aiming in, and with her trusty, whatever you call this creature, her pet, by her side. Next up, we've got Echo, also of the Bad Batch. Same packaging style. As you can see Echo and his accessories clearly within the packaging. You've got his name down below, Echo. Turn it to the side. You've got some nice artwork of Echo right there. Turn it to the back. That same artwork. You've got the banner there. Echo is number 11 in the line for the Bad Batch franchise. His readout is as follows. Echo was a soldier in the Grand Army of the Republic, known for his strict adherence to orders and rules, hence his nickname, which was sarcastically gifted by his clone brothers. And you've got nothing there on the other side. Once again, the same old, same old. And so now it is time to get Echo out of his packaging. Echo's accessories include this backpack that comes attached to him in packaging. It was, of course, on his back, so you couldn't see it through the clamshell. And it has some nice paint apps. You could see right there a kind of a copper color right there. The top has got this red, and with these antennae, you could tell that's for communications. And yeah, pretty good. It's molded in a gray, and it's got some part of it that's a charcoal gray right there, and you see how it pegs on. So pretty nice. Echo also comes with his helmet, also molded in that gray. You got the black strap at the top there. It's painted that black, a very dull flat black. It also has some paint there. If you turn it to one side, it looks like it's 2 10s, or the other side it looks like 0 1s. So that's pretty cool that it's included that. You've got the visor there. Let's get close up to it. So yeah, so you can see the visor is a shiny black. Then you've got there the mouth area. It's got the slit there with the little red right dead center, and the what I can only imagine is breathing apparatus. It's right there in the jawline, looking pretty good. Strange in the back, you slip this over Echo's head and you connect it. As you can see there, no other helmet with the Bad Batch has that feature, so that's a straight up one-off. Echo also comes with a hand blaster, so it's just molded in flat black. It's got some detail on it, but you know, standard issue. Echo also comes with this attachment for his right arm. If you know anything about Echo, you know that he lost his lower right arm and hand in battle, and he can you know, add attachments to it. This is pretty nice. You can see that it's painted in a nice silver, which is cool. He's got some like dirty type of gunmetal black or whatever there at the top there, but yeah, you can see that it's painted nicely with silver. The stock right there is it's not a black, it's a dark brownish type of gunmetal gray, possibly. As I look at it, a brownish gray is what it is. And yeah, pretty nice. What's strange about this is the attachment that's on Echo out of packaging is just some cheap looking plasticky colored gray. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. So here we have Echo on our rotating platter, giving you a 360-degree visual of the character, so we can see what's the what. And at first glance, what I see is what I just spoke on in regards to his attachment for his right arm. That right arm is looking mad plastic like. It would have been nice if that had gotten the silver paint treatment, but it is what it is. Considering the rest of the armament on the figure is also that plastic gray look. It matches, I guess, but speaking of that, we will take a closer look at that when we get Echo off the platter. The other thing of note is the head sculpt with the metal attachments to his skull, as well as what he's got going on in the rear of his head. We'll take a look at all of that when we break him out for a closer look. Taking a look at Echo up close and personal, of course, starting with that head sculpt. You can see what I'm talking about with the attachments, or whatever they're supposed to be, that's lodged in his skull. We're going to take a closer look at that, but just peeping the entire face print and everything from this distance. But checking him out zoomed in, look at the paintwork around the eyes. That looks pretty cool. He's got the painted lips or whatever. He is pale in comparison to his teammates, his crewmates, because of the accident or the damage he incurred. He's like a cyborg now. So that's one of the reasons for his pale skin, and the coloring around the eyes and the lips is to try to demonstrate how washed out his skin truly is. Looking at the rest of that head, you can see those notches or whatever they're supposed to be called on his skull, both sides painted silver, pretty nice. And then of course there's the attachment to the rear of his head. The last time I saw this was with Lando Calrissian's assistant. His name escapes me. I think it was something that has to do with being robotic or mechanical or something like that, but the name escapes me. Anybody knows about Cloud City, Lando Calrissian's assistant, he sported something similar to that. Rest of Echo, looking at his armor, you see that it's got some nice detail. It's got the scuffs there and the blemish, which is pretty cool. You see that it's got some silver there, like trying to show that the paint on this vest is getting rubbed out. You see that scuff mark there. You've got the skull decal right there, and the red line going right down the middle of his torso. You got the shoulder pads there with the paint going down his left arm, which is still his good arm. You can see the paint on that forearm there, the gloves down there at his skirt area, that belt. It looks like that belt is on top of the skirt. It's part of it right there. You can kind of see he's got pouches. There is storage for that blaster right there. And checking that out real quick, we'll see how snugly it fits in there. So I'm putting it in. So there it is, turning him upside down for the test. Yep, it fits in there snugly. Going down. Boots, turning them around so you could see the line work, the red line work, the bottom portion of his skirt, and back there too, looking pretty spiffy right there. So that's our boy Echo, head to toe. Keeping his articulation, Echo's head is also on a dumbbell, so he can look up that far. That's not bad. That's pretty good. But looking down, see now, you see, I guess you can only get one or the other with the dumbbell joints, because he doesn't look down all that much. You do get the side-to-side attitude, and of course the 360. As far as the shoulders, the pads are connected to the actual shoulders, so you don't get any impediment when you raise his arms up. And of course you can spin it, rotate it. He also has the single jointed elbow with the swivel, customary with Black Series. He's got the hinge on the wrist, the swivel hinge. The other side, as you all know, he's got the he doesn't have a forearm or hand or wrist. He does have articulation at the elbow right there, and it also has the swivel action. His diaphragm, he can crunch forward not all that much because of that vest. He can crunch back that far. He can go side to side, and he can rotate as far as his hips. Because of that skirt, you're only going to get that much in terms of widening his hips. He can get his leg out that far. No impediment from the skirt because it just goes right past it. You do get thigh rotation, but you will be impeded because of the nature of the armor at the top there, but you can still get it. He's got single jointed knees that also swivel. Be careful with the knee guards there. He can point his toe that far forward, that far up. He does have ankle pivot, and of course holes, peg holes at the bottom of his feet. As far as his right arm attachment, there's no removing necessary. You just you see it's got a hole right there. You just find the sweet spot, put it in. And there you have it. And here's Echo with his helmet on. It should be noted, remember, this one has the snap in the back. You have to slide the head on, and it has to be completely seated. No skin is to be shown, and you'll know it because it'll click. The reason I'm not doing it on camera is because it would take too long. I already did a practice run to try to get it to snap. You see, it just came apart on me. It's not going to stay more than likely, but if you want to at least have a chance to get it to snap together, you'll have to make sure that it's seated fully. You see it's trying to come apart already, but you see, you don't see any of Echo's head at all peeking through. That's about the only thing you can do. But there he is. And here's Echo fully equipped with his attachment, his hand blaster, and of course his backpack and helmet on. It should be noted his left hand, though it is C grip, it doesn't have a trigger finger. So if you want to be able to display Echo firing or beginning to fire his weapon, it may be X-Acto knife time. And here's Echo and Omega and the unnameable pet animal together. And here's the current team of the Bad Batch in some dynamic poses. And here we have finally the original team assembled with their helmets off. You have, of course, going from our left to our right, we've got Crosshair, we've got the newly added Echo, Hunter, we've got Wrecker there in the back, and of course we have Tech. And here they are with their helmets on, the original Bad Batch. So to sum it all up, the Hasbro Star Wars Black Series, the Bad Batch, talking about Echo, talking about Omega, talking about the completion of the team of the Bad Batch. The summary for that is finally, at last, and oh yes indeed, we've got the complete team. It looks great. Helmets on, helmets off, accessories, what have you, all good. I'm so happy for this. Once again, what am I trying to say here? I'm trying to say that both Echo and Omega are part of Black Series 2022 Wave 1, aka the client wave, which is divvied up between the Bad Batch and the Mandalorian characters. We've taken a look at the two Bad Batch characters, and very happy with what we got there. I'm as far as cons, Echo's robot arm, mechanical arm if you will, looking way too plasticky for my liking, especially when you consider that his attachment is painted silver and looks very nice. I'm going to have him displayed with the attachments, so it's all good. The arm that comes with Echo out of packaging is basically the same color as the rest of his armor, and I think they did a disservice with that. It should have been painted silver as well, because it is an attachment. It's not supposed to be the same color as the armor. At least I don't think so. Omega with her energy bow and arrow, it's a great accessory. I wish that it could collapse some kind of way for better carrying. You know, it's not always open like it's displayed right here. The face print on Omega is banging. I love the paint apps with the headband. I love the dry pale skin on Echo, and the paint apps there are nice as well. But of course, most importantly, what I love is what we're seeing right here, the completion of the team. So I'm going to let that complete this half of my Black Series Wave 1 for 2022 client wave. And on that particular note, guys, thanks for rocking with me. Please like, share, and subscribe. Kind of like what my boy at the beginning of this video advised you to do. I'm not going to be like him. I'm going to ask nicely. Hopefully I can get some attract some bees with my honey, or else you'll have to deal with my boy's vinegar. Anyhow, please like, share, and subscribe. Please comment below. Please hit that bell so you can be notified for the next time I upload another video. Until then, my peeps, remember, the hunt continues, and I'm out. Peace.